the national championship. Obviously, the goal of the season. And with the way we've been balling as a team so far, offensively and even defensively, we've been doing our thing. And it's looking like we might be able to get there. As right now, we're 8-0. And now, after the bye week, we dropped down from 3 to number 4 in the nation, but that's not what really matters right now. Because right now, we just gotta make sure we stay locked in, stay focused for this last stretch of games we got before the college football playoff. And for the first game in this final stretch, we got 2-6 Boston College. This one we should have in the bag without a doubt. And well, that's what we thought. But to start off the game, Jordan tried to force a slant to me, and it really shouldn't have been thrown to me at all. That linebacker was right there, and it went right past me and right into that linebacker's hands. And that would lead to Boston College, being already almost at the end zone. They're already in the red zone. And number 15, their quarterback, will find this guy wide open, diving into the end zone for the touchdown to score the first touchdown of the game. And how does Jordan respond to throwing that interception? Well, looks over to that left side, sees Elijah Meredith, who completely destroyed his man off the press. I mean, I don't even understand why anybody would even attempt to press him. Like, he's just too cold. But they did, and it was a wide open streak route for an easy touchdown, so we could put some points up on the board. That was the first play of the drive as well. And this time, since Boston College did not have that good of a, starting point like they did last time, defense got to stop, and now we're on our drive. And me, well, just know that whoever was guarding me in the slot just couldn't stick with me. And it didn't matter what I was doing, nobody was ever around me. Even on this play right here, I ended up getting across that corner and then hurdled somebody. I mean, me hurdling? That's crazy. I had to get a couple angles of that one because that was nasty, can't lie. But you can't do something nasty like that and not finish the drive off. But we couldn't, because I don't know what's going on with Jordan right now, but he threw another interception. And it was another pass that just shouldn't have been thrown. He needs to lock in, because this is a team that we should be able to beat, especially what's being undefeated right now. Ain't no way. But at the same time, he's a freshman. And so, while we was on the bench, while they was on offense, I had to check in with him mentally, make sure he was okay before this next drive started. Especially because it really didn't matter what we was doing on offense. The defense was locking up. The only way Boston College even scored last time was because of how close they were to the end zone already. But this time, they couldn't do anything. And here, getting this slant burnt my man over the top. And now we passed the 40. We're at the 30-yard line. And then on the streak route, he tried to hit Elijah Meredith. Tried to throw a jump ball to him, but that DB played it really well. But man, I ain't gonna lie. It seems like them 2 interceptions still might have took a toll on him, because he really wasn't trying to take no shots. And he even got to a point where he was just so indecisive that he literally sat back in the pocket for so long with wide open people and just ended up running backwards and taking the sack. But then maybe that sack was what he needed to really wake up, because he got me wide open on this slant route. And now we back to the 30-yard line. Draws back in the pocket once again, over the top, wide open, Kozart for the touchdown. There we go, Jordan. And I mean, going into halftime, we're not doing bad. These are the stats that we're putting up right now, and yeah, we're doing good. And I mean, coming into the second half, the only reason why they have 10 points is because of 2 interceptions that Jordan threw. On offense, we're actually doing pretty good. We got 2 touchdowns right now. And this dude Elijah again on the streak route. I don't know what is going on or why that dude is still guarding him, but he got this nasty catch, putting 1 foot in to secure it down the field. I mean, that was nasty. And that play would set us up for an easy run right up the middle, diving in there for the touchdown, and we extend our lead. Not only that though, we'll get another stop. Play action, hitting me on this out route, making this diving grab, laying out for this ball, man. Let's go. Now look, with us being up 21-10 right now, with a chance to extend this lead even further, we don't really need to be throwing no interceptions. So Jordan is really being a lot more precautious with what he's doing right now, and he's really throwing these dots. And he ended up finding our freshman wide receiver Cameron Tizina on the outside, who got a pretty nice toe drag touchdown. And that was all we needed to end this game. So when we got back on the field, we got to knee it out as we win this game 27-17. We should have won by way more, but Jordan just started off this game real slow, 2 interceptions. So, it is what it is. But Elijah went crazy. 4 catches, 150 yards and a touchdown. They were just all big plays by him, man. And that boy Jordan had a pretty good game. 19 for 29, 327, 2 touchdowns. It's just the 2 picks that he threw. And then for me, 8 catches, 111 yards. And I didn't get a touchdown this game, but hey, it's fine because we won. And that's all that matters. Alright, now trying to continue our win streak here with 9-0, ranked number 3 in the nation, playing against a very, mediocre Stanford team. They're negative right now, so this should be a game that we should be able to win once again. But Jordan starting off bad again because he tried to force his ball. He actually threw it way too late. It got tipped up and then picked off. I mean, it was a nasty interception, but like at the same time, that's a pass that he just shouldn't have thrown at all. And I don't know where all this is coming from, but he gonna need to snap out of it because we're at the end of the year and we're gonna need him if we make it to the playoff, because we will. But Stanford will get down the field, pretty easily actually. Ran a play action, comeback route, had 2 people on him and still completed that pass. That's crazy. But then finally, our number 1 pass rusher, Amari, finally decided that it's time to get a sack. And he finally ended up getting one in this game here, right when we needed it. And then it was the dude on the other side this time, that boy Billy Walton. He ended up coming in right when the quarterback tried to run, and we pick up another sack. But now, here's the thing. We're down 10-0 right now, in a game that we shouldn't be down in. And as y'all can see, Elijah was being pressed up on once again. And if y'all know one thing about him, you should never press him. Wide open, touchdown, big play. Right when we needed it, that boy Elijah came through, got a touchdown for us. And as a matter of fact, this dude was going crazy here in this first half. Like, this dude Elijah had 3 catches for 140 and 2 touchdowns. Like, this touchdown right here made it 2 touchdowns. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro was doing his thing. And it's like at the beginning of the season, his stock was kind of falling a little bit. But these last games he been having, yeah, he done found his way into the top 3 wide receiver draft prospects in our draft class. And as for me, I'm up there. I'm not top 3, but they say I'm up there like, what, top 7? I mean, I guess it's probably because of last year. But I mean, right now, the games that I'm having, the season I'm having right now, like, hey, it's looking like I'm going to be up there with Elijah eventually. It's just, I got to be consistent and do this again for my last season here in college. But man, in this game right here, I ain't gonna lie, we ended up flipping a switch, and it was all thanks to that boy Elijah, who just ended up going crazy. And because of that, we'll blow Stanford out. In a game where they was almost, gonna compete, we went 35-17. And even though Jordan did start this game off with an interception, that was pretty crazy, but hey, he still ended this game with 420 on almost 90% and 4 touchdowns. He went crazy after that interception he threw. Now for me and Elijah, that boy Elijah ended this game with 6 catches, 201 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And me, 6 catches for 117 and a touchdown. And yeah, it might sound like I'm just tooting our own horn, but look, we gotta be the number 1 wide receiver duo in the nation. Like, we just too cold. And we're gonna have to continue being cold here at home versus Virginia. Now, this is a team that offensively isn't really too cold, but they do got this 1 pass rusher who has 10 sacks this year and has been really pressuring the quarterback. So us receivers, we do have to get open a lot. And here off the rip, I'm already picking up my first touchdown of the game, man. These dudes can't guard me, man. I ain't gonna lie, cornerback wise, they ain't got it. And we didn't realize that just off the first 2 drives. Now, we end up stopping them and getting the ball. And now we're already making our way down the field, and it's pretty easy. All Jordan had to do was just, keep on making the right passes, and he did. Got Kozart wide open across the middle, and we're up 14-7 now. And the only reason why they scored is because they running back, Dante Hawthorne. I mean, he's having a pretty good year, averaging 100 yards a rush, but they're going to have to keep up with our passing game, and that's going to be a real tough feat to do for them. Now, if it's one thing I realize is the fact that this dude just really hasn't been running the ball at all. I mean, Jordan is finally running the ball here in this game, and hey, that really just opens the game up a lot more for us. I ended up getting wide open in the middle, picking up another touchdown. That's 2 already. And Virginia having no cornerback stands, especially knowing that they ain't got nobody that they can, just put on me to slow me down at all. Now, with the 4th quarter starting up 21-7, Virginia's gonna have to find something. On 3rd and 3, they decided to run the ball. They didn't pick up the first down though. So they decided to run the ball once again on 4th and 1. But this time, they're running back that boy Dante and they're breaking another tackle, picking up that first down pretty easily. To be honest, we probably should have been ready for that run. I mean, that's literally the best thing that's on their offense, because their passing game really isn't that good, as y'all can see. And it might not be all the quarterback's fault, because that pass rush that we got, man, that's all over him almost every single play. And at this point, they had to take a shot down the field. And he had a wide open guy down the field, just completely beat his man. And then once again, the QB Anthony put that ball right on the money, right over the top of our DB, and dude came down with it. And then, of course, he throws it right into the flash to his star running back, who gets into the end zone to make this thing a game. 15-21 now, and we got to do what we need to do here. 2 minutes left. We got to at least get a field goal and, burn this clock out. But soon enough, we ended up failing to do that. Getting to 3rd and 5, try to run the ball again, and we couldn't pick it up. So we had to punt the ball off. And look, lucky for us, Virginia has no more timeouts left. So they had to hurry up every time. But the thing is, their quarterback, Anthony, is a real safe quarterback. I mean, he puts the ball where he needs to whenever he needs to, and he has a pretty good touchdown to pick percentage or ratio. And then this dude, Stevie Palage, I don't even know how to say his name, but for some reason, he was just killing our DB. This one dude, he was just killing them. And man, they drive was just so easy. They just got down the field effortlessly, a curl route wide open. He's dropping back into the pocket. He sees that pressure's coming in, getting out to the left side into the back of the end zone, touchdown to his tight end. Toe drag, swag, touchdown, and that's basically for game. Just what a drive. And they'll go up 22-21. And with 30 seconds left, Jordan had to find a way to get a field goal. And we could do it. I mean, we got the talent on our offense to get down that field fast. But man, I don't know what happened to Jordan in his last stretch of games, but for some reason, he just started throwing a lot of interceptions. And he threw this one right at that linebacker. I mean, there was no way that linebacker was going to drop that one. And it's like, at the beginning of the year, that boy Jordan was basically a perfect quarterback. I mean, yeah, he is a freshman, so I was kind of expecting this part to be at the beginning of the year, but the fact that it's coming now, it can't be a good sign. But anyways, our win streak was snapped by Virginia out of all schools. And we lose the game 22-21. I mean, we had a chance, but just couldn't get it done. And the guy who was the player of the game was their running back, their star player. And I'll be honest, off of this loss, we don't deserve none of them fancy graphics. So this is what y'all gonna see for our stats. And I ain't even gonna say them either, because there's no way we should have lost this game, bro, man. Like, I already know our ranking is definitely gonna fall a good amount. And as a matter of fact, we did. From 3 all the way to 13, 10-1 now. Just a bad loss. At least we're still number 2 in the conference, so we'll still have a chance. But worst of all right now, we've been knocked out of the playoff. And with there being one last game of the regular season, we can't lose it. Especially with it being California. We got to come in here and do everything we can. We can't hold nothing back here in this game against a 5-6 California. I mean, we did just lose to Virginia, but we got to put that behind us and lock in. Let's ball out. Now look, in terms of talent, this is a school that's way better than Virginia was. I mean, they got 2 wide receivers here. They got Jonathan Brady and Mikey Matthews. But look, the way our defense coming in here with all this energy, like we just lost our last game, man. We can't lose this one. And already, interception right to our linebacker's hands. And he would take this all the way for 6, breaking a tackle and getting into that end zone for our first touchdown of the game. And man, we starting this thing off right. Now this time, they was able to make their way down the field. And they got into the red zone off this pass, wide open tight end. And then he tried to force feed into the end zone, just wanting that touchdown so bad. But man, our safety played that so perfectly, intercepted that thing, and made the smart play. Took a knee. Now with the way our defense came into this game, there's no way we can mess this thing up. I mean, unless Jordan just keeps on being on the BS that he been on, yeah. And that's kind of what he was on to start this drive off with. And he ended up giving the ball right back to California. They ain't pick 6 it, but they're right back basically in the position where they were before. And I don't know what's going on with Jordan. Like, we didn't try to check in on him, but he's just not the same quarterback he was at the beginning of the season. He still got the skill, but he's not there mentally. And so, only being up by a touchdown here, they're already at the 16-yard line, taking a check down to their running back, picking up a couple yards. And their run game has been very mid throughout the season, but here it worked here in the red zone for them to pick up a touchdown to tie this game up. But man, we really need Jordan to wake up, because California's defense is not good, like, to be honest. Like, there's people open almost every single play, especially me and Elijah. He just needs to make sure that he trusts us every single time. He got that thing to me. I'm taking that hit through contact, catching the ball still. And also, he just needs to be patient, stay calm, and just be who he was at the beginning of the season, because that guy right there was unstoppable, undefeated. Now, in this play, he found Kozar right in the middle of the field, caught that ball, broke a tackle, and got into the end zone, man. That's straight grit right there, touchdown. Man, what a play. But I ain't gonna lie, this game is a lot closer than I thought it would be coming into it. It's 21-14 here in the second half now. And as y'all can see, they're pressing Elijah. And every single team that done did that done got killed for it. And of course, California did too. And we extend our lead. Thank you, Elijah. Man, I swear, just throwing that ball down the field to Elijah off the press is just basically just an easy, just gift wrapped touchdown every single time. It's a bailout. Now, we just need our defense to come through, and they've been doing that. It's 3rd and 9 now. They had to take a check down, and they couldn't pick up the first down. And with us being up 2 scores right now with the ball back, scoring here would really make it a lot harder for California to stay in this game. And on this drive, it was like they were just guarding over the top for some reason. Everything underneath was wide open. Me, Elijah, was just killing them on these drags and these slants, and they was doing nothing about it. We even got the run game going, and our running back almost got into the end zone, but then took a big hit. Fumbled the ball. That's not what you like to see from your starting running back, especially in a time like this. But still, time was on our side. 3 minutes left in this game, up 2 scores. We just had to make sure that, they didn't score real fast, and the defense was definitely doing that. They was taking shots down the field, and this time it wasn't a good shot because our DB would come down with it and, put this game to rest. And if it's one thing I know is that we can't keep playing like this. We really can't. We only won 28-14 when really we should have won by more. And of course, we're going to be in the ACC Conference Championship, and we can't play like this. We got to lock in during this off week or whatever because, yeah, we need it. But anyways, I had 5 catches, 74 yards, and Elijah had 4 catches for 63 and a touchdown. We didn't really do too much on offense, but we got the dub, and we just got to do a lot better coming up. And especially when we make the playoff, we got to do a lot better because we can't keep looking like this. We will get exposed. But as y'all can see, we're playing against Pittsburgh in the ACC Conference Championship, #1 ranked in the nation, by the way. And we done got back up to number 8 in the nation, and we're back in the college football playoff. And I know if we win this game right here, we're going to take Pittsburgh's spot because we're going to be #1 in the ACC, and that's what we need. And now, finally, we made it. You feel me? In the conference championship, playing against Pittsburgh. I mean, just one thing to note is that obviously we're the underdogs in here. I mean, our schedule this season just hasn't been that, competitive. So a lot of people think that we just got here just off the luck of our schedule being as weak as it was. But us coming into here, we know what we need to do. And with this being as big as a game as it is right now, we got to come out with the dub. This is the game for the first round bye. Let's ball out. Now, in this game, Pittsburgh started off with the ball, and they was trying to do some crazy plays, but our defense wasn't going for it at all. They was doing screen plays and the trick plays, but hey, our defense was all over that. Up until that quarterback tried to scramble and didn't pick up that many yards, couldn't get the first down, so they had to punt the ball back to us. And then it was our turn. And you can already tell that we was way more hungry when we came out here. And we weren't doing none of that crazy stuff. We wasn't doing no extra plays that, just were extra like they was doing. We was doing normal plays. And we was making our way down the field, just, picking up a couple yards every single play. And Jordan, he was just trying to be smart. So he'll throw picks like he was doing towards the end of this year. But soon enough, the O-line started giving in and the pass rush started to get to him. And we ended up having to put the ball right back to him. But then we'll get the ball right back. After that quarterback, we'll throw the ball right to our cornerback, Kyron Chambers. I mean, he was all over that route. And now it's second quarter. And there hasn't been any scoring happening yet, but hey, it's going to come soon. But for now, it's been a defensive game. Now, when your defense gets out there and gets a takeaway for you, you cannot let that go to waste at all. That is a lot of momentum that you just can't let waste. And me, I wasn't letting it happen. I was put on a whole lot of short routes, but hey, I was getting that ball. And then Elijah on the slant route, got that thing, took a hit with it and secured that catch and scored that touchdown for our first points of the game. And with the way our defense was playing, there was a high chance that we was going to get that ball right back. And shoot, looking from the bench, I thought we was going to get the ball back right here, but that ball just went right over that dude's head. I don't know how he ain't catch that. I don't know how he ain't see that, but hey man, that was a great pass. And after that, I guess the quarterback started to think that he was really him. He tried to put the ball in a place that he shouldn't, and it really should have been picked off by Kyron Chambers once again, and he just swatted away this time. And then, man, that pass rush really started to get to him. Specifically, that boy Billy Walton III, man, got right past his man, got back there, got a big sack, which was on third down, so they had to give us the ball back. And so, our defense gave us a minute and a half left here in the first half, tried to put some more points on the board, made this game way harder for Pittsburgh to try to get back into it. And if Jordan is using his legs like this, then it's really going to be difficult for them because they pass defense wasn't, terrible. I mean, this is actually a bad pass that probably should have been picked off. But then Elijah was being pressed up on, and y'all know what happens whenever that happens. Easy touchdown. Another one for Elijah. And so now Pittsburgh had 20 seconds left in this half to try to put some points up on the board, but he made a big mistake. Tested our number one cornerback, Jalen Davis Robinson. You can't test JDR. He's like that. I mean, bro was all over that. I don't know what he saw, but hey, man, just great defense. And now, with it being 14-0, now in the third quarter, we just got to keep on being smart. Keep pushing the ball down the field, because with this advantage, having the ball, starting the second half off, up 14 already, man, like, we're in a perfect position right now. And now, here in the red zone on this broken play, I tried to get all the way to the other side and make a play, but this DB made a great play dive and just swatting that ball away from me. But that wasn't it, because this other dude came in when that ball was swatted and picked it off. And so a play that looked like it might have been a touchdown ended up turning to an interception. And I can't blame Jordan for that, because, hey, I was the one who should have called it. And then, you know, they had to do their little tradition or whatever, dunking this ball into the hoop and stuff. But y'all down 14-0, like, whatever. It is what it is. But anyways, you could tell Jordan was real frustrated from that pick from earlier. So when he got back out on the field, he was real aggressive. Saw Elijah down the field, just bombed that thing to him, just launched it. And man, as y'all can see, ain't nobody as fast as that boy out there, man. And then the defense would go out there and get a stop. So Jordan had another opportunity. But then after this play action pass, threw it right to Elijah. But it went right to that DB number 13, Jeremiah Anglin Jr. And our defense got another stop. And Jordan was basically back in the position he was before. But this time, tried to throw it to me. And of course, Jeremiah was right there once again. But this time, he would take this one for 6. Now, it's not like it actually mattered, but on Jordan's stat sheet, it did. He had 2 interceptions in that one. He really didn't need to have any. I mean, we did come out this game with a dub, though, winning 21-7. The only points they scored was off the pick 6, so the defense was doing their job. And Elijah will be the one to come out with the player of the game with 7 catches, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He went crazy. And so we come out with the ACC Conference Championship. And even though me and Jordan really didn't play that well, all that matters is we got that dub. Now, unfortunately, due to the games that Jordan ended up having at the end of the year, he didn't get the Heisman Trophy. As a matter of fact, even though we did go crazy, none of us ended up winning any awards. Though me and Elijah were up there in the Biletnikoff Award race. But somehow, I'm the only one from my team who even made it to a national team. I'm being on a second team. But now, it's time to get to business. Because after that win, we're going to get in the first round bye. And now, we got OSU. And now here's the thing. Coming into this game, everybody in the media said no matter who came to play us between Miami or OSU, we was going to lose. So, of course, we come in here as like very much underdogs. Even though we have only lost, one game this year, a lot of the media just don't believe in us because we haven't played anybody who is as good as OSU or Miami this season. So they just feel like we'll come into this game, get killed, and then, had to go home. But coming into this game, we just got to, bring on the momentum that we got right now. Keep playing how we've been playing and stay locked in, stay focused. We can't let the big moment bring us down. Let's ball up. Now, just due to the fact that we haven't played against a school with this much talent yet, and everybody just believes that we gonna get whooped out here, we coming out here to, just prove everybody wrong. Prove all the narratives that we got enough talent on our squad to really win. Especially if we doing things like this. It looked like Jordan might have threw an incomplete pass, but this DB deflected the ball and it went right into Kozar's hands. I mean, hey, Kozar want to win, and I could see that just off of this play right here, man. What a play, big touchdown for the first points of the game. And so now it's OSU's turn, and we know we have a pretty good defense, so we weren't worried about their offense really scoring. The best part of their team is honestly their defense, but that's really only because their quarterback is pretty mid. But their wide receivers are real nice. Brandon Ennis getting his catch across the middle of the field to get their first down. And then they run it back. James Peoples getting to the end zone easily, tying this game up. And now we got to score again. But man, as much talent as they have on offense, it's just a fact that they defense plays so well together. And hey, they were ranked one of the best defenses in the nation. And if it's one thing I know, is that Jordan's most likely gonna have to use his legs a good amount because they pass rushes like that. Either that, or we just gotta get open a lot faster. Here I get wide open on this slant route, and I tried to juke the dude out, but hey man, I got the first down. That's all that matters. We pushing this ball down the field. And now they got some of the best corners in the nation, but hey, they just not as fast as we are. So Elijah was able to get wide open on his drag route, pick up a couple yards. And then it was our running back's turn to get into that end zone untouched though. And we put our lead back to 7 points. Now, when they got the ball, our defense was playing pretty well, but then on 3rd and inches, they decided to run the ball. Got that first down easily. James Peoples is probably gonna kill us in this game, but we got to try our best. They end up getting down into the flats to him, and he's just breaking tackles, just pushing for even more yards. But then the defense, our defense, finally started to show something here. People getting off the edge, getting a big sack, just what we needed at this time. And after that, you could just see the momentum from the defense. They were just out there getting big hits, and now 3rd and 11. The quarterback had no one to throw the ball to, so he threw the ball out of bounds, and they had to punt us the ball back. And at this point, we had the advantage. I mean, we had, 2 minutes left in the first half to go try to put some more points up on the board. We couldn't let this thing go to waste. But we would, because Jordan tried to get this ball to me on his end route. But he didn't see that linebacker standing right there in that zone, intercepting that ball and putting OSU in a very good position to put some points on the board and even tie this game up. And it's really crazy because so far in this game, they 2 best wide receivers, Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, they really haven't been doing too much at all. And it's really just been Brandon Ennis who's been catching the ball, and I guess it could be because of our pass rush. But here, yeah, that didn't mean anything because their tight end would be wide open in the end zone, and they tied the game up. And so, with a tie game, 44 seconds left here in the first half, and Jordan threw another interception. Now, I don't know if it's the defense, pressure, or just the talent that they got, but for some reason, out of nowhere, Jordan just not playing like how he was throughout the season. And yeah, it's not looking good, especially since they took that one for 6. And they would keep that 7-point lead coming into this 4th quarter. And man, their defense was really just getting to us. And it just seemed like everything that the media was saying about us was coming true. Because their DBs was on us, their pass rush was too. But then, eventually, Jordan started to lock in. And we could see the focus on his face because he was out here throwing dots once again. We got all the way into the red zone, and our running back got into the end zone to tie this game up. And it's defensively, it was doing their job. But if it's one thing you don't want to do, is allow Carnell Tate, their number 1 wide receiver, to really just go out there and just start balling out, because then that's when bad business happens. But then that play will basically be erased, because the next play, the DB come in, slot DB blitzing in for that big sack. But then on the next play, they had a wide open, basically touchdown, and I don't understand what happened, brain fart or something, but that should have been a touchdown, or at least our DB should have played that way better. And luckily, since that was 3rd down, we ended up getting the ball back. And as y'all can see, Elijah's being pressed up on. And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I don't care who it is guarding him. It don't matter. He's gonna be able to burn him over the top. No matter what route it is, no matter what. Elijah just like that. And he showed that here on this play right here to tie the game up. Just a big time player making a big time play. So now at this point, you could tell we had all the momentum. 2 minutes left in this game. They got the 3rd down, had to throw the ball out of bounds, so we got the ball. And Jordan got us all the way down the field. But all that for no reason. Because he ended up taking a hit while throwing his ball to trying to get to Alex Kozart down the middle of the field into the end zone. But what he didn't see was all the defenders around. And because of that, it was intercepted. Again, his 3rd of the night. And so, OSU with the ball, 1st and 10, tied game, less than a minute left. They just had to run the ball out and kick the field goal. And of course, went right through the uprights. Game over. And we get sent home. Made it so far just to come up so short. And worst of all, we proved the media right that we couldn't beat a team that was this caliber. I mean, we beat pretty decent teams throughout the year, but this is definitely the best team we done played all season. And so, I just sat there and watched them as they celebrate their trophy, as they get to move on and continue their run to try to get to that national championship. And for us, we going home. And yeah, this is one of those games too. We ain't get no graphics for this. We ain't deserve it. 2 touchdowns, 3 picks for Jordan. Ain't get no rushing going. Me and Elijah, we did what we could. Elijah definitely did. He scored a touchdown. I couldn't, but we just had to be better, way better than we was in that game. And as y'all can see, if you was wondering, Georgia would go on to win a national championship versus Kansas State. But it ain't all bad. Even though we couldn't get to the national championship and everything, look, we still had a real good year, especially stat-wise. Our freshman quarterback played real well, and man, me and Elijah, we was definitely the number 1 wide receiver duo in the nation. It's just, we got one last year, and our quarterback's going to be a sophomore, and he's learned a lot from his freshman year, so I feel like it's definitely going to be it. And I mean, look, we even broke some records for SMU, you feel me? We went crazy. But for me and Elijah, we got one last season. I mean, depending on how things go, because with the way we going, ain't no way we playing 4 years here. One last year, one last chance. Let's get it.